and I want to thank you for having this hearing. The reason why I introduced the bill is I agree. I think that for me, and I think a lot of Americans, these live events, whether it's a concert or a sporting event, it brings people together. You do have those memories. I remember the first concert was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers at what was used to be called Riverport in the St. Louis area, and just love going to concerts. You just hate seeing people get priced out. I'm a big Cardinals fan. You see people getting priced out. These playoff tickets. I mean, look at the college football playoff, the national championship game. I mean, these Indiana fans, like the worst program in the history of college football. I can't get in the arena, and I understand there's limited capacity, but I just think that there's the more transparency that we have, I think is really important. I think, Mr. Ritchie, what I hear you saying is we should do that. This is broad bipartisans, we should do that, but there's more to do, right? There's more to do than just the transparency, because you're just seeing regular people that are just getting boxed out, right?
Yes, those are things we can all agree on, the speculative ticketing, the transparency, all that stuff, but it does not solve the problem of getting the tickets into the hands of the fans at the prices the artists set. Like I said, I'm a capitalist, I'm a deregulation guy, but something needs to be done here. This has gone on for 30 years. It's only gotten worse.
Right, right. And I appreciate you coming here today, because I think you lending your voice to this is important. I wanted to ask Mr. Wall, in a lot of these sporting events, the dynamic pricing and inventory holdbacks are now kind of routine, with only a fraction of the seats, I'd say, often actually released to the general public. Given this kind of structure that exists, what is Ticketmaster's policy on disclosing to fans how many seats are truly available for the event at the moment of sale, and do you support greater transparency standards on that point?
Thank you, Senator. We definitely support greater transparency. I do have to say that there's a wrinkle in this, in that certain kinds of information are primarily useful to ticket brokers that are trying to size the market for what they can, how much they can charge, and we draw some lines there. I want to take this opportunity to say that we do not ever hold back. Ticketmaster wouldn't have the authority to do this anyway, but we do not hold back tickets from the primary ticketing market. We don't secretly send them over to brokers or anything like that. And that is one of the fundamental ramifications of the fact that a concert promoter with a CEO like Michael Rapino owns Ticketmaster. That puts us on this side of the aisle instead of this side of the aisle, because we're going to make the decisions that are good for Mr. Ritchie and other artists.
How does, and I'll stay with you just for just a sec, Ticketmaster recently announced several policy changes, including limiting entities to a single verified account, you mentioned that, and removing broker management tools. How would this legislation, the Ticket Act's requirement for full transparency, complement that or help that as far as the internal changes that you're already making in that regard? Or does it?
I don't see a particular connection to it, but we're going to vote yes on transparency pretty generally, just because we agree that that's an important part of the market, and a lot of these issues, particularly in the resale markets, there's so much opaqueness, there's so much misdirection that as a society we've got to do something about that.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Madam Chair.